So today I want to tell you a story about why highest and best isn't always about price. And I want to tell you this story because my clients chose to take an offer that was 20 to 30% less than what the property actually could have sold for because the terms of the purchase agreement actually made more sense to them. So we listed this property on May 10th and it was under contract in 2 days. We had 39 showings plus about 20 something people through an open house and it's like 7 to 8 offers. And as I'm filtering through the offers and organizing them and having conversations with the client, and they go, my seller goes, "Hey, Rich, which one would you take?" And I narrowed it down to there were 3 really great options for them that I thought would be worth it to at least have further conversations with. And 2 of the 3 were at least 20% over what the property sold for. And the third was a little bit lower, but it had a fast close. They waived inspections, things of that nature. And they came back to this other offer that I didn't put in my top 3. And they said, "Hey, Rich, what are your thoughts on this offer?" And I said, well, it gives you a 21-day close, which will close the property, faster than any of the others. There's no inspections. However, the reason I didn't consider this in the top is because it's 20 to 30% lower in price than the other 3 offers that I had presented. And I had thought that based on the offers that we had curated and based on different things, that this one just made a little bit more sense. And we started talking. We were on the phone for like 40 minutes talking this through, and they ultimately decided that while they were leaving 20 to 30% on the table, they actually took the offer that closed fastest. And to them, it wasn't worth 20 to 30%, which would equate to like $20,000 or $30,000 in delays or whatever. They wanted to just offload the property. They wanted to be done. And they ended up taking an offer that was substantially lower. So I share this with you because sometimes highest and best doesn't necessarily mean the most amount of money. It means what offer is going to create an opportunity for the sellers to feel really, really good. And my folks felt really, really good taking the offer that allowed them to transfer ownership the fastest, even though they left. It didn't cost them money per se, but even though they left 20 to 30% on the table. Now, some of my colleagues are like, "Rich, how could you let your clients leave that much money on the table?" Well, I'm going to tell you that it's not my decision, right? My decision as the listing agent is to market the property to the best of my ability, to get as many eyeballs on it from a visual standpoint, and then curate that into showings, which then translate that into offers, right? My job is not to make the financial decision for my client. It's to provide options and allow them and guide them through the process of making the best decision for them. So it was very challenging for me when I'm looking at it, because I was looking at this going, how do I maximize your return? And they're looking at this going, how do I just eliminate this hassle of a property, right? So when it comes to the marketability of a property, it's not always about price. And I share that with you because in this market, we're seeing a lot of homes going into multiple offers and selling for substantially higher. And what we're not talking about are the other offers that weren't accepted. So I wanted to share with you that, yes, this property sold for $672 more than it was listed for. However, it could have sold for $20,000 to $30,000 more than it was listed at. But the client wanted a simple, easy, smooth transaction. And terms, and this is important, terms often matter more than price. I'm not saying that price doesn't ultimately matter, because it does. However, if you have the right conversations, terms matter more. So I thought I'd share that with you because it's fascinating in a market where sellers are greedy, how these folks, they weren't. and they had every opportunity to be, and just decided they wanted to take the property